Of course they're different, Alan. You think I'm gonna copy-paste stuff for something as important as this? Everything was handwritten for this stream. And Burning, I'm so sorry that the alert didn't go off. Thank you so much for your donation. Unlocking both Golden Axe and Sonic R. Really appreciate it. I've tried to sort the alerts, but I think the problem is on Tiltify's end. As far as I can tell, everything's set up right. Streamlabs has got a built-in Tiltify thing, and when I do test notifications, it all goes through. Like it all says they're connected, but then actual genuine donations don't set off the alert. I can't figure out what the problem is. I think it's got to be on their end. Yeah, thank you so much. It's going towards a really good cause. I appreciate it. Okay, we tried this one last week with Badger. We got shut down on the final boss, so it's time to find out who was holding us back. Going straight in at the top this time with Axel. Yes, please. Whoop. No, you're all good. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Burning. I appreciate your face. Thanks so much for being here and for your support. And we're gonna get to play Sonic R. It's been a while since I played that one. I remember it very fondly. Yeah, it's a good game. And I'll be getting all the emeralds and stuff so we can do the extra stage. Probably won't bother to unlock all the characters. I don't think that's quite necessary, but yeah, we'll definitely get all the emeralds. We'll at least get Super Sonic. I don't want to invite Tails Doll in. I don't want to invite Tails Doll into the stream, but you know what? You know what? You're right. For you, I'll get Metal Knuckles. I know you love the Robo Nux. I have that on the Gems collection, I believe, so I'll be booting that one up. I'll have to check how my recording thing works with the PS2 actually. So when I tried to get it to record Sonic Forces off of the PS3, I was getting some wonky results. But then PS3s are notoriously bad for streaming from. I'm not. Axel's the best character in the game, which is why I picked him, but I'm not actually very used to playing him. I normally prefer to play as Blaze, so I like throwing enemies, but Axel's throws do a lot less damage than Blaze's do. I need to get used to not grabbing enemies and just doing endless grand uppers instead. Axel only needs one move. Fear not the man who practices 10,000 kicks one time. Yeah, Axel's ground upper is absolutely broken and is a large part of the reason he's the strongest character. See, it's just a regular move. It's actually his double forward dash. But it does about the same damage as an ultimate does. And it has enhanced priority just like an ultimate. Which means that you can... Even if a person's punching at you, you can dash through their attack to do the grand upper. Ah, the barman fled the scene. I guess we'll never see him again. Metal Nux is the second fastest in the game, second to Supersonic. Huh. So Metal Nux is faster than Metal Sonic? Like, you mean like in terms of difficulty? Like overall speed, or in terms of like actual speed stat? So I do remember Metal Knuckles is one of the toughest opponents. But I thought it was because he had more like regular Knuckles is slower but has more turning power, right? Control. Yeah, I love the old school sound effects. I kind of love that they reused the heck out of this stuff as well. You can find these sound effects showing up in so many games from the era. I mean, if you remember... If you remember when I played Beyond Oasis? It's mostly the same death sound effects for that. Completely different game, but they had these sound files lying around, so why not use them? People were so much better at recycling back in those days. Nowadays, people would make a completely new sound file, and it's just gonna end up in the tip. The thing that's really throwing me off playing is Axel. His punches have slightly less range than Blaze's do. I'm making like a pro wrestler and stopping my punches half an inch in front of their faces. Just bars of gold in the bin, yeah. What do you do with your gold? Gold's worthless, can't eat gold. The storm has arrived! Ah, I almost vaulted that bike. Ground upper! Yeah, you see what I mean about the enhanced priority? I uppercutted that guy through his bike. That one guy fell off his bike miles back before, without me doing anything to him. That's careless. I feel like there should be a guy back there, but maybe he died when he fell off the bike. Some of these bikers only have like 1 hit point. Turkey, please. Fighting arena. Oh, did not mean to pick that up. Oh well. So he actually walks on his own and uses this special on his own there. Which you can get a slightly odd effect with if you're using Skate, who has the double dash. Because you can make him dash while he's doing his stuff. Since the game doesn't completely lock down your... I didn't mean to pick that up then. Doesn't completely lock down your movements the way it should. Oh, that was bad. I did not want to pick up the turkey there. I was just trying to break the last blockade. I've often wondered that, no, Alan? Yeah, PPI signs everywhere. This is the worst boss in the game. Not the hardest. It's actually pretty easy. He doesn't have much health. But he's just so annoying. Heck. Not the hardest, I say, as I die to him. One of the few bosses that I think is easier as Blaze. There we go. Pipes, knives, bikes, then a guy with a jetpack. Wait, what? Yeah. Well, you see, this game actually has a serious theme about the dangers of industrialization. No, the series slowly gets more sci-fi as it goes on. Here we are, the theme park level. Easy to miss, but notice, you know, Disney Palace in the background and the roller coaster at the top there. But yeah, in the first game, Mr. X inexplicably has like a giant factory that we never really find out what it's for, and some stuff like that. And in this game, it's kind of revealed in that we've got jetpack enemies and like prototype robots and stuff, bringing in these weird elements that Mr. X has been developing. And then in the third game, it goes full on sci-fi with robot duplicates and cyborgs everywhere and all sorts. As Mr. X allies himself with a mad scientist cult. So look, the machines are bare knuckle, and up there's a poster for bare knuckle too. Bare knuckle is what this game is called in Japan. Yeah, I like that it kinda develops gradually. That they sort of phased in these weird elements. Yeah, we're just shaking them down for money. No, the basic plot of this game is that so Adam from the first game, who isn't a playable character in this one, has been kidnapped, and we're just shaking down places that we think are associated with the mob to try and find out where he's being held prisoner. Shady Bar, Fight Club on the motorway, Sketchy Theme Park. He's got to be in one of these, you know? Eventually either we'll find him or we'll beat some information out of somebody. Yeah, a violent rampage cares not for guilt or innocence. Everybody is guilty of something. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't seem to notice the like the rides and stuff in the background earlier in this stage. And they're like, why does this level have a pirate ship and an alien swamp? It makes no sense. This game is so stupid. No, you had a fun park. It's a pirate ship ride in a haunted house. Pirates like Pirates of the Caribbean at Disney? Yeah, look at this. It's a pirate ship. It's a pirate ship crewed by ninja. Like in Pirates of the Caribbean 5, where Jack Sparrow goes to Japan and ninjas steal his ship. I hope they didn't make a Pirates of the Caribbean 5, but I suddenly have the suspicion that they did. So there was the 4 was the mermaid one that nobody watched, right? Did they make another after that and we just didn't hear about it because nobody watched it? They did? Ah, I should have said Pirates of the Caribbean 6. Ruined my whole setup. Sometimes you just beat them up, but sometimes you straight up stab them. Heck yeah. Those are the merciful ones. They bleed to death in the streets rather than dying of brain trauma in the hospital days or weeks later. There are no survivors. The recurring enemies with the same name are not the same guy getting back up. That's different people with the same name, you know. More than one person can have a name. They're making a 6 and a why though? I watched the first 3 and I regretted watching the second and third. Victims of violent rampage. Man, that Jack is tanking for that lady really hard. Last Vino. There we go. There, you're no threat now without your ADC with your ADC gone. Hundreds injured in anti-mafia riots. Antifa somehow to blame. Yeah, alien swamp / haunted house. So what was the 5th one then? I never saw the 4th, but I saw adverts for it. Something searching for eternal life, but advert mostly focused on the fact that there were naked mermaids in it, from what I remember. Dead Men Tell No Tales. I don't think I've ever heard of it even, that does not ring a bell. And they're making a 6th one and a spin-off movie. There's what's his name? What's the guy who plays Jack Sparrow called? Johnny Depp, thank you. But so yeah, in the spin-off movie, does Johnny Depp play his character from the original movie who never reappeared? Yeah, that would be nice. Really, the that was the main flaw with the rest of the movies in the series. After the brilliant Jack Sparrow was replaced by his brain-damaged twin. That was not a good time to pick up that turkey. I've watched, like, pro speedrunners and they'll, like, do this fight, and I think it's only harmed my abilities. I now know that there's brilliant strategies in this fight, but don't understand how they work. They do, like, some very specific positioning where they lure him into an attack and then jump backwards so that they can grab him into a throw. And it's elegant as all heck, but I can't do it. But there, see? I can just dash forward punch, grand upper, straight through his best attack. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that each film was worse than the one before it. Ah, I see. The third one wasn't historically accurate enough for you. I was wondering what the problem was. I was like, it's not like Noelon to dislike a bad film. Yeah, the second and third films were like they were written by people who'd not worked on the first film. But they'd watched it once. They hadn't really understood it, but they got that the general idea was that Jack Sparrow's wacky, right? But also secretly monstrous. Yeah. I mean, in the first one, I don't know if it was even that secret. I mean, he's straight up a pirate. He's only in it for himself throughout the entire film. He's chaotic neutral at best. Oh yeah, yeah. In the second and third film, he's awful. He's an outright villain. Whereas in the first film, he's a violent criminal with some positive elements. But yeah, throughout the first film, he's I mean, in the first film, he's a really smart guy pretending to be insane to get away with stuff. And in the second and third film, he's a madman pretending to be a really smart guy. Like, at every point in the first film that he's doing something weird and random, it's with a very clever, specific goal. And he straight up drops... I mean, he shows it. He straight up drops character a few times when it's not useful to him. And just starts acting like a regular person. And goes back to being lol random when it's useful to him. But then in the second and third films, everybody acts like he's a super genius, but he never has a useful plan or anything. He just does weird stuff. Like, order his friends castrated for a joke. Yeah, he was a really interesting character in the first one. But they just threw it all away, yeah. As I'd say, it's like it was written by people who had only watched the previous film and didn't really get it. Not people who'd worked on creating that character. Hack! I really need... See, I mostly play Streets of Rage 1, I had done. So I'm not used to having a special move there. I really need to be more aggressive with my special, because it's really good for... because it's high priority, it goes through enemy attacks. So you can use it for getting out of tight spots. Anyone who dresses as a pirate now dresses as him. Yeah. Hmm? Yeah, he's become the iconic pirate. Which I was okay with that in Pirates of the Caribbean 1, but then they absolutely ruined him, and I now don't really want that. Gotta keep all the enemies in the air. As long as I keep throwing them, they can't hurt me. Yeah, so key strat, never finish your punch combo. If you finish your punch combo, you do your finisher for massive damage and knock the enemy down, and that ends your punch combo. Just stand here punching them. Get him stuck in it forever. Do the first punch, stop, do the first punch, stop, do the first punch. How are they surviving the fall if they... yeah! They jump down from above. There's no fall damage in this universe? The Streets of Rage is set in a universe with very low gravity. It doesn't come up much. So part of the sci-fi elements that are introduced is that this game's actually set on Mars. Yeah, this game is set on Mars. Gravity is low, and shirts only belong to the wealthy. There's a strict shirt elite. I'd say this guy is probably the hardest boss in the game. He's got a lot of escape moves, so he's very hard to get a solid grip on. He's got some cheap throws as well. Yeah, this is basically Samira. There we go. Look out, it's Knife Galzia. Whoop. Back. Popular muscle-bound guy beats the heck out of nerdy fat fellow. Food chain, get used to it. Can't imagine what drove that guy to crime. Ugh, kickboxers. Probably the worst regular enemy. I'm sure this one's going to demonstrate shortly. Or not. I think this is the film, but no real plot, just the guy beating his way across the city. I've kind of thought that the Taken films are basically that. I mean, you're probably familiar with the old H.I.C talking about the action films. How, like, even the big action films are like 60% plot and talking. And he wants a film that's just a guy walking across the city beating up everybody he encounters. And, you know, the Taken films, they tend to start slow, but when they get going, there's just a non-stop melee. That just goes and goes and goes. Hey, Badger. I am on normal difficulty. Whoop. So you're an absolute liability, but also the game has a lot more enemies if you're playing on 2-player. So it's not like this is, you know, we're not really playing on the same difficulty. Yeah. I found out a while back that there's a film called Beats of Rage that I'm kind of interested in seeing. because it sounds hilarious. It's set in a Mad Max world, where like the main surviving technology is DDR machines. And like all of these incredible fighters from around the world are crossing this harsh desert landscape in very you know, 70s dystopian apocalypse kind of thing. Mad Max stuff. All these big tough guys with spiked shoulder pads and goggles and the like, fighting their way across the desert to participate in the world's greatest Dance Dance Revolution contest to determine who will be king of the wastelands for the next year. I kinda want to see that. I don't understand how I've never heard about it before. Ah, he wins. Now let's stop doing this. Whoa, buddy, we're on a ferry here. You wanna cool it with the grenades? You're gonna sink us all. This guy and his ninja tricks. He's running circles around me. Let's fight over here, though, so that your buddy doesn't get involved. The raid. So wait, is it actually just a whole... The whole film is just one big fight? Ah, they broke my combo. Getting a high score. You stop stabbing me, please. Actually, listen to the... Oh, no, he stopped now, but... If you listen to the sound he makes when he throws stuff, that sound appears in Restart. Actually, that sound gets reused in a lot of things. But yeah, he's throwing those grenades very fast. It doesn't really come up, but actually the game takes place over the course of 1 minute, and everybody involved has super speed. We're able to move really fast because there's less gravity on Mars. Can you believe that ninja that was just stood back and doing nothing but... Okay. But stab me every time I got close. Outrageous. That would have been a lot funnier if I'd not lost my sword in the middle of saying that. There we go. Come on, buddy. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Come at me, bro. Did not quite manage to do my grand upper there. Jess! Hi, how are you doing? That was my favourite member of the Reindeer with Snowman Arms Club. Hey! This guy running on before I've properly spawned in. I'm at the fountain, buddy. I'm buying my starter's item. I don't know whether to get a Doran's shield or a Doran's blade. That's the last of my pasta anyway. Full power from here on out. Doing well, glad to hear it. I am doing good, thank you. Glad my fast of a morning is over and we can get down to some serious business. Yeah, you're no Shen, buddy. Jumping in front of my attacks. Come on, get over here. I'm trying not to advance the screen because then more enemies spawn in. It's best if you can kill them one by one. I mean, I'm also getting kicked a little, but I'm doing my best. Normally the kickboxers are the worst, because they've got long range and they also block a lot, but they don't seem to be using their blocks for some reason, so I guess we're good. But yeah, doing my best. I hacked this game up last time we tried it, so I'm gonna do a little better this time. I think I'm getting the hang of this technique. So you've got two different kinds of jump kicks, one that does more damage and knocks the enemy down, and one that doesn't. And that sounds useful until you realize you can use it... So that makes the other one sound useless. Until you realize you can use it to get into a grapple. You jump into an enemy with a mild attack that just stuns them for a fraction of a second, and then grab them while they're still stood up. Because you can't attack an enemy that's down on the ground, you understand. Like, I mean... Sure, hurling a knife into a criminal's face, that's one thing, but kicking them when they're down? We're the good guys here. Yeah, if only I had those snowman arms. I think they'd probably just run away if they saw that, to be honest. Criminals are a cowardly and superstitious bunch. They take on a form that strikes fear into their hearts. That of a reindeer with snowman arms. Come on, Fog. Ooh. Heck. This isn't ideal. I need to get him locked down. There goes that life. I'm trying not to advance the fight too much there. Let's get him over that side. That's going to be easier. Here we go. The ultimate last resort weapon. Transform your own arms into snowman arms. Heck. The attrition is starting to turn against me here. Heck. Still though, look at this. We're fighting two previous bosses at the same time. We're obviously in the end game here. Heck. Ooh. There we go. Double kill. I arguably want to die sooner rather than later at this point, so that I have time to build up some extra lives on my next continue, since my score resets. But you know, I'm sure that'll take care of itself soon enough. Probably when we get to the elevator. Heck. Accidentally knocked him out. You want to keep up a slow, sustained beating. The kind of savage pace that you can sustain all day. Guys, this is your boss's factory. Should you really be throwing grenades in here? What are they making anyway? What is that stuff in the background? Looks almost like the headpieces for robots. I don't know. That's clearly nonsense. You all on the same side? Yep. Die to the slap. Oh. Oh, I have 5 lives if I continue. I thought it was 3. Yeah, sit down. Yeah, I'm not getting the ranges right on my attacks. Axel's a little more short range than Blaze. I also need to get the hang of the timing and using the grand upper to just go through an attack. Like, I'm getting it right sometimes. I suppose the conveyor belts here aren't really helping. You have voice lines at me. I'm probably just gonna use my healing item at the start of this area, I guess? Heck. Alright, just you and me now, Griffiths. Ah! I hate it when you do that. Okay. It's one of the worst sections gotten past. Hey guys, could I grab that sword, please? Asking for a friend. Yeah, that sword's long gone. Oh no, it's still intact. No, there it goes. Heck. Well, I pressed start on the two-player. I don't have a two-player controller plugged in. Do I want to unleash that cheese? I don't know that I'll do this for this game. I might do it for Streets of Rage 3 if I get too despairing. Slowly, softly. This is how a life is taken. And we got the robots. What the? How did you get on from behind me? I'm just trying to throw the knife at him, but I'm having trouble hitting the input. Ah, forget it. Here we go. Tons of tricks to kill them, but we only needed one. Grand Upper! Not be reading chat while this is happening. I did not want to pick up the drain pipe there, that cost me some health. Yeah, if you stand in certain places, it forces certain actions out of them. You can like move in certain ways to bait them in, so you can get them in grabs. I don't remember any of that stuff though. Yeah, no, luckily there's a very expensive jar with an apple inside. Heck. Game establishes certain rules. Yeah, except for the times that the enemy grabs you. Heck. Come on, buddy, stop getting back up. Ah. That attrition was not favorable. Yeah, getting that tiny second before he punches you. It's painful to think that we used to regularly do this on Mania, and now it's a struggle on normal. Oop. You almost die lying on your belly sometimes. Heck. This is the worst guy. Would have been nice if I'd done the forward throw there like I meant to, but hey. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the real hard fight. Okay. I've not fought the Abadidi yet, have I? Oh, here he comes! I may have misspoken when I talked about having already about that one being the worst guy. So we still got this fella. No. I feel like I'm starting to remember how to play this game. Just barely starting. Hint, the key is to use the Grand Upper. Heck. He got me with his kick. He must be some sort of grand downer. Come on. Ah, I got Mr. X himself to fight. 3 lives in a bit. We might just get through this. Not getting the early grab. Okay. It's okay, the Grand Upper has increased priority, so I can charge through bullets. That's weird. Sort of Grand Uppered backwards. Come on, show yourself. Grand Upper! Excuse me. There we go. Polite golf clap. Quiet phone. I'm trying to have a moment here. You can hassle me later. So yeah, the Streets of Rage 2 down. 3 and 4 left to go. We still have a few games to mix it up with. Maybe I'll fire up Sonic R next. Latest game added to our list. Okay, well I heard my family arriving home towards the end of that. So I'm gonna take a 5-minute break to say hi. And when I come back, I'll see if we can play some Sonic R. Yeah, see you all in a moment.